Hello. Oh, this doesn't look good. We may not have done it right. Let's see. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay. Hi, Allie.
Hello, hello.
Admit all. Okay. So I'm going to ask everyone to click the three dots in the top right corner and verify that you are showing your correct name. Some people come in with a name that doesn't belong to them, and it gets a bit confusing. We have a lot of people named Sherry on the call. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock. Hi, everyone. Don't change your channel. I'm not Denny Grimes. I should update my name here. Denny is flying as we speak. I'm going to be stepping in for him today. And today is Mastery. Sorry, let me admit someone here. Today is Mastery. And I guess we can start by asking if anyone would like to work on anything in particular. Allie,
I think
Sherry.
cold calling, I'm new to this whole calling side, like looking for business. So cold calling would be great for me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Or FISBOs,
Okay.
one or the other.
Well, we have time to do this, do all of them, do multiple scenarios. Okay. Hi, Gift. Hi, Alberto.
Hi, Luis.
Hi, Luis. This
Hi.
morning, I didn't get a chance to put my name in. If you have any room left for the role play.
So I'm booked, but this is what I'm going to do. I received more responses than I have slots for. So I'm going to prepare an email with everyone on it. And I'm going to put in my preferred time because I only have 15 minutes a day that I dedicate to the role play. So I'll send the email and I'll include everyone else because my time may not work for others. And in that case, each of you or the other people can coordinate amongst themselves to find a good match for time. How does that sound?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. So I'll ask you I'm going to put my telephone number here. I'll ask you to text me with your best email address. And then I will send the email out at the end of the day. Okay. All right. So I'll ask everyone once again, if you haven't already, click the three dots in the top right corner of your Zoom square and make sure it reflects your correct name. So welcome to the Mastery Roleplay. Denny is flying back from wherever, and he'll be back in action next week. Until then, we'll have some fun and we'll navigate this together. So we've had a request from Allie to run a scenario of a FISBO, and expired. Do we have any other special or cold calling? Do we have any other requests? Any other scenarios to run through today? You guys are just hitting it out of the park, converting calls to appointments and appointments to listings left and right. So Allie, I guess you and I are the only people. Hi, Tim.
I'm trying to figure out what are the 3 points that you mentioned, Luis.
The what?
The 3 points that you mentioned to put their name.
Oh,
I'm
so
soon.
That's fine.
I shared earlier since February.
Oh, okay.
I've been role playing with with 5 people each month, right? Each person picks a day and we consistently role play that
Right.
day each week throughout an entire month. So I was filling up my slot for August.
Okay,
And there are
got
other
it.
people that would like to do this too. So I'll send an email. If you would like to role play with someone, Alberto, I'll include you in the email and everyone can maybe talk amongst themselves and set something up.
Where do you want me to put the name on the chat?
Nope, because that would be kind of a lot for me. What might be
Sure.
easier is if people text me, just
Your phone?
text, yeah, I put my information in the chat, my telephone number.
It's
If you-
954-661-1342.
Yes, sir.
I Googled it last week because I have a question for you, but I forgot to call you.
Oh. Okay, well, hey, if you remember it today, it's a good time to ask it. Okay, so just text me that you're interested in role play, put your email address in there, and I'll send the email at the end of the day and everyone can coordinate. Okay, hi gift, I'll put it in again. Let's see. It didn't work. Maybe. Denny has a lot of buttons that he works with. God bless him. Okay, 954. So my number is 954-661-1342. In the chat again. Okay, so let's start with the role play, all right? Allie, it looks like, is your name Sherry with the pink dress? Can you change your name, please, by clicking the 3 dots in the top right corner?
I don't know how to do that, sorry.
If you click the 3 dots in the top right corner, a menu pops down and you can see rename around the middle of it. Or would you like me to rename it for you? I can
Yes,
do
please, it's Rita Prasad.
Rita, and how do you spell your last name?
P-E-R-S-A-U-D.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so Ellie, it looks like Rita has her hand up. Would you like to call Rita?
Okay, yep. All right, this will be,
Oh, wait, let me pause real quick.
Yep.
I'm gonna put in the chat, the conversation model, right? We acknowledge, we isolate, we clarify, and we close. So thank you for pausing. Please continue.
Sorry, what are we role playing? Sorry, I missed that. I'm the seller. Can you hear me?
Ellie, would you like to
Yep.
run the scenario by?
yep, you would be the, let's be the for sale by owner,
Okay.
okay? Ooh, all right. And this is on the phone. This could be on the phone,
Okay.
all right? Ring, ring.
Hello,
Hello, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
this is the owner.
Oh, hello. This is Ali Cabrera with Keller Williams Real Estate. I'm calling because I noticed that the home on 456 Main Street just sold last week. Were you aware of this?
No, not at all. How much did it sell for?
I'm not sure it went pending, so we do have to wait until it officially closes. I was wondering though, regarding your home, how many showings did you have so
Well,
far?
the weather wasn't that great, so we haven't had much showings, but I've had a lot of agents calling me.
Oh, okay. How do you think the weather affected your home versus the other home that sold?
Well, for one, I think because we didn't do open houses because of the weather, I thought maybe if we had an open house, I probably would have some buyers through, but unfortunately the weather didn't permit.
I understand. Okay, so you were going to have an open house, but weather did not permit. Aside from open houses, how else are you marketing your home?
Oh, we have an ad on Facebook Marketplace and we have some signs out.
Perfect. So you are doing a little bit of marketing there to find buyers, correct?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. And when a buyer comes and wants to walk through your personal space, how would you know that the buyer is ready to buy your home?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't know that. We would have to ask questions, I guess.
Interesting. Okay. Stuck. I work with a lot of buyers, and I'm able to recognize a ready, willing, and able buyer. Would that be a service or some kind of, would that be helpful to you to have somebody to sort through the buyers for you?
It would be great, yes. But I have to ask, what are you charging for this?
Oh, well, I've got a whole model on the services that I offer besides just fielding the buyers. I would love to sit down with you and we can go over my fees and the other services that I can provide for you in selling your home.
The whole reason of us putting our home up for sale by ourselves is because we wanted to save some of the commission money. So if you are, I would like to know honestly what you charge, so I don't want to waste your time.
Gotcha, I understand. So what I'm hearing is that what you sell the house for is important to you, correct?
Yes,
Why is it
definitely.
important for you?
Because we have to pay off the mortgage, plus we need a little bit more to purchase another place.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
good.
out of time for that. I didn't start the timer, but I'm certain that we had more than,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but I'm ready for the next set. Okay. So I have a question for you, Ellie.
Yeah.
What was the one, or what were the multiple objections you heard?
I heard that the weather was crazy, couldn't get any people in. They don't want to spend money on commission. They do have to pay off the mortgage and need money to get, but that was going to be my next question. Where are you going?
Okay, but which of those three things, which one was an objection?
The money, the commissions.
Okay, and how did you isolate it?
Aside from, no, I didn't isolate it. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yep.
Okay. And Rita, I'll ask you to share one of the many good things that Ally did do, because this is we're all very good at what we do, and we're here to polish it. So in the effort, or in the essence of time, I'll ask you to provide one of the good things that she did in the role play with you.
I like that she asked me how I'm qualifying buyers that come through the house. I think that was a good question.
Yeah.
Because it caught me off guard, honestly, because I hadn't thought about, like for sale by owner kind of someone asking that question.
And I'm gonna just randomly pick someone here. Iran. I don't know if that, okay. Iran, can you tell us something can you give us some feedback?
Well, I think the conversation went okay. I think you need to be a little bit more forward, meaning that you need to know your script. No doubt about it. And don't just stick to the script. Try to flow with the conversation. I mean, after all, this is going to be something potential that you're going to be working with. So feel comfortable about what you're doing.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Rita, would you like to call someone now and tell us the scenario?
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to call an expired listing. I don't know who wants to.
I can
do
be.
it. Okay.
Okay, and I'm ready. I have the timer set up, ladies. I had the timer set up. Okay, go.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this a homeowner?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Rita, and I work for a local real estate company in your neighborhood. May I ask your name?
Are you an agent?
Yes, I am an agent.
There's so many agents call me already. I don't want to work with any more agent. I'm just gonna take a break right now.
I totally understand. I totally. Are you still thinking about selling your home?
I like to sell it, but right now I just want to take it off.
Okay. So you took it off the market, or it just expired off?
Yes, because we on the market for about 30 days and the house didn't sell. So right now I just want to take a break. Vacation is coming up, summer is coming, so we just don't want to sell right now.
Totally understand. May I ask your name?
Gift.
Gift. Gift, can I ask you if you knew why your home didn't sell?
We have a lot of showing, but for some reason it didn't sell.
Did you get any feedback as to why, if you had so many showings?
No, my agent didn't tell me much. It just like we've been have a lot of showing, but no one sent the offer. So let me ask you this. Where have you been when the house on the market for 30 days? Did you see it?
Actually, you know what, Gabe? I didn't have an opportunity to come through your home, but I have been working with other buyers. So, you have to prioritize. And now that I've seen that your home is off the market, I thought I'd give you a call to find out why it came off the market.
All right, she said time out. Yeah, time.
Great time. Okay. So I'm gonna focus on the model today, okay? So I'm gonna ask
I have
you,
one. I
Mhm.
just want to let you guys know, I don't know your model.
Do you see it in-
This is
Okay.
the first time I'm role playing with.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know the model you guys have.
Do you see it in the chat? It's called the conversation model. There are 4 pieces to it. We start with the acknowledgement, then we isolate any objections, and then we clarify,
I see it here, yes.
and then we close. It looks like that's a little I think I grabbed the wrong, I pasted the wrong thing here. I'm going to try it again. So I'm going to ask you, what was the objection that Gift gave you?
She said she just want to take a break from, I guess, no, she said she wanted to take a break from the market. She had so many agents calling her. At this point, they're not thinking about selling.
Okay. So her objection, I guess, would be that she's taking a break. And did
Yeah.
you isolate the objection?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. And I appreciate you sharing that you haven't seen the model before. So may I share with you what we've learned from Denny? And this is kind of a fun way that John introduced it to us. So Denny summarizes the isolation with other than that, ...
Okay. ...
And then John funnily says, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play?
Okay.
And no one else is laughing, but I thought it was funny.
No,
Okay.
it is. Okay.
All right. Okay. Gift, can you provide some, like, one thing that Rita did well that you liked and one thing to help her grow?
I think she did good that she tried to, like she said, she busy working with another buyer. She didn't get a chance to look at the home. So that's good that, that's answer my question, because as a seller, where have you been, right? You don't see my listing to sell. Overall, I think she's okay. I mean, we are learning. I don't know. I can't give so much feedback. I'm learning myself as well.
Got you. Okay.
Thank you, Deb.
All right. What about feedback from someone who hasn't spoken yet today? Tim, Alberto. Is this Sherry with the glasses? Can you please update your name with the 3 dots in the top corner of your screen?
For whatever reason, it's not allowing me to do that, but I'm not Sherry. I think you may have renamed me. I'm Melissa.
I can rename you now, Melissa. I think it has to do with the link that you signed in. All right, Melissa, we've got you as Melissa
Perfect.
now. Okay, so Melissa, Tim, or Alberto, can you provide some feedback for Rita?
Yeah, I'd say be a little bit more direct. Isolate, as far as she mentioned, as far as that, she's tired, she want to take a break, she's going on vacation. Maybe just acknowledge that and say, John mentioned like a really good thing as far as that. I kind of took some notes from John. He's mentioned, you know, if someone showed up at your door with a bag of cash, or if a cash buyer were to show up and want to buy your house today, you know, would you consider that? So it's just really kind of being a little more direct, I guess. And
Yes.
John said. So I definitely took notes from that.
I remember that when he said it, and I think he said it more than once. And it sounds something like this. Hey, Tim, if someone knocked on your door yesterday and presented an offer that you would have accepted, would you have accepted it?
Yeah.
Okay. And what if they knock on your door tomorrow? Would you still accept it?
Yeah, I'd consider it.
Mm-hmm. So then that tells us the whole thing of, oh, I'm going to take a break. I'm not really interested. I think when we hear that, sometimes it's a smokescreen. So by asking the questions that John shared with us, we can identify the smokescreen.
I'd say one more thing as far as by interjecting and saying that if a cash buyer, because even if it's, people say like just a buyer, I mean, that could be, okay, someone looking to get conventional financing or FHA financing, and maybe they already had an issue with that in the past. And maybe if they were to say, you know, cash buyer, I mean, there's no contingency whatsoever. So there's no hindrance based on that whatsoever.
And then the suitcase full of cash creates a nice visual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. Great job, Rita. All
Thank-
right. Who would like to have a scenario now? Don't be shy. Come on, guys. Alberto, I'll take that as a you volunteering.
Okay, okay. Why not? I was thinking about the objection, but go ahead.
Okay. And who would like to play opposite? Tim raised his hand. I link Alberto that you'll be calling Tim. And then
Okay.
to prepare for the next round, Tim's going to call someone. I would like him to call Iran.
Do you
Okay.
want me to call Liran?
After Alberto, you would call Tim now, and then after
Okay.
that, Tim will call Iran. Just prepare.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
What's-
calling it for herself for sale by owner.
Okay.
And do you
Okay.
want a specific objection, or are you open to anything?
I'm not open to anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna start the call from zero. Ring ring.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, I'm calling about a home for sale. Is this Tim?
This is.
Hi, Tim. My name is Alberto. I'm a local real estate agent, and I work with a lot of buyers and sellers in your area, and I just called to find out how things are working out for you.
They're going okay. Yeah, I'm getting some traction. I'm doing open houses every weekend. So, do you have a buyer?
Yeah, I would like to see that. I might have a buyer because I work with a lot of lenders that are pre-qualifying buyers that are really willing and able to buy now. But before doing that, I would like to know you have any offer on the table right now.
Yeah, we don't have any offers on it now. I do an open house every weekend, every Saturday and every Sunday from 12 to 3. And you're welcome to come and bring your buyer then.
How you have any feedback from the people that visit your house during the open houses?
Yeah, some people like it. Some people are checking on their financing right now. So,
But
like I said, if you
100%
want to
enough.
come, bring your buyer this weekend, tomorrow, that'd be great.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I would like to see that I had a buyer, but in order to get the right buyer for you, I would like to see your house first in order to see if I can get the right buyer for your house, because to get the right buyer, it's gonna take time, money, effort, and a lot of work, making a lot of people to find out if they are interested in buying your house. For that reason, I would like to sit with you for 15 to 20 minutes, and we can discuss what are the ideas that I have for you, and probably we can work together.
Yeah,
And I think we're at time. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Alberto, did you acknowledge?
No.
You responded? Pardon me?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I acknowledged, but I didn't almost question, I went directly to the.
And you acknowledged, that was good. Okay, and what was the objection that Tim had?
That he's trying to get the right buyer, that he's doing open houses, that he wants to continue by himself.
So,
If I had the right buyer,
Tim, what would you say your objection was?
Yeah, Alberto, really only two things why people really, what Denny mentioned, only two things why people really want to sell by themselves. One is that they think that they can save more money, that they can
Yeah.
net more money. And the other one is, they just have a lot of pride as far as they just want to do it themselves. So, really getting maybe kind of focusing more on those 2 points. And maybe if you would have asked me as far as, well, I mean, if I can net you more money, by hiring a professional such as myself, would you consider that as an option?
But do we even know that money was the objection? Like, I don't know that I heard a clear objection.
He just mentioned as far as about a buyer, as far as like, well, okay, well, I'm doing open house, just come bring your buyer. So he didn't really come to the point, I guess. I just, I mean, I was just responding based on what you told me, which you have a buyer or you may have a buyer, which is okay, which is great. And then I mentioned like, well, I've got an open house or, every single weekend, just bring them then.
So would it have helped if the agent who called you, the for sale by owner, the unassisted seller, would have asked for the business?
Not really, because he didn't really establish like a reason to really. That kind of, I hope I mean,
don't
I'm
think
learning
it's doing a
too.
great job of guiding here. Yeah.
I'm hoping to. It's good that you stepped up to the plate, Alberto. We learn from other people, and it's great that you did step up to the plate. I'm learning myself.
Yeah, the thing is, I should ask. I had to be honest with you, Tim, because if I had a buyer, your house would be already be sold.
Yeah.
For that reason, I would like to sit with you and see what is your strategies, and I can offer you some advice. And at the end of our meeting, you can decide is it worth it to work with me or not. Do you have 20 minutes at the end of the day or tomorrow at 4 p.m.?
That was a good ask, Alberto.
Yeah.
That was a really good ask. Okay.
Yeah, because you get nervous and you start speeding
yeah.
the script. But when you calm down, you can do the right questions.
Okay. So Tim, would you like to call? Am I saying your name correctly?
You do.
Okay, Iran. And tell us the scenario, Tim, and I'm going to make sure that I have the timer on this. You're muted, Tim.
Yeah. So the scenario is that you have a friend that you're going to be listing your house, and you have a friend that you're planning to use.
As an agent.
What's that?
As an agent.
Yes, a friend is an agent. That's right. Yep.
Okay.
So we're actually face to face. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So and I just went over my presentation with you. So so Iran, did I say it right?
You did. Yes.
Okay, Iran. Okay. So can you see how you'll benefit by having me represent you to sell your house? Are you ready to get started?
I gotta say, you did a great presentation, but I do have a friend who is also a real estate agent. He's been in the business for 5 years now, and I would like to give him a chance.
So let me ask you this. If someone else you don't owe me anything. You don't owe the other person anything.
I'm going to interject because I really want us to stick to the model. He gave you the objection. Can you isolate, please?
Yeah, sorry. So I hear you're saying that you want to use a friend, correct?
Yes.
So in addition to using the other person, is there any other reason that you wouldn't hire me to help you sell your house?
No, to be honest, he's been a good friend of mine, and he's doing a pretty good job. And I would like to try probably give him a chance.
Okay, and so let me ask you this: and why are you looking to sell? Why are you looking to move?
Well, we're looking to move to Florida. The kids are out of the house already, and it's really time for us to downsize.
And how soon did you want to be there?
3 months.
3 months. And what happens if that doesn't happen?
Well, we're probably going to stick around and see what's going to happen with the house.
So let me ask you this. I mean, you don't owe me anything. You don't owe the other person anything, right? But you do owe yourself the very best, right? So if
Correct.
someone else had a superior marketing strategy that can get you an extra 10, 15, or $25,000 more, are you still committed to hiring the other person to help you sell your house?
Not really.
We're done. Time. Okay. Great
Thanks for-
job isolating. Great job isolating.
Thanks for keeping me on track.
It's easy to get off track to veer off course because it happens to me. And that's why we're here. Okay. So let's provide some feedback. Iran, on the receiving end, what would you like to share?
Definitely a hard objection to raise because again, you know that the other person has got somebody that's probably willing to sell their home, and you kind of don't know how to fight it initially, but then again, you get back on track and you move forward with the script. So you did a good job.
And do we have any other feedback from people in the audience? Because we've all heard this objection before, guys.
I do like the one that Tim said, you don't owe me anything and you don't own your friends. So you want to do yourself a favor by, look for your best benefit.
Mhm. Yes, yes. Are there any other objection handlers people have for that? Let's, I think it's kind of fun to have 3 objection handlers ready for pretty much any objection. So the one that Tim and Gift shared, that's one that's in my file. Another one I have is, hey, I can appreciate loyalty. And at the end of the day, is it your job to, like, what is your goal for this, for your outcome? Are you looking to, and then that's when they would tell you they're looking for the timeline, they're looking for the highest net in their pocket, they're looking for this or that. And then we can share with them experiences where we provided that service to someone else. And then say, and then I tie it with, well, it doesn't hurt to get a second opinion, right? And then I pull in their motivation so that you can get there at that time or get that amount in your pocket or whatever the motivation is. Does
Yeah.
anyone have a third objection handler for that?
Yeah, I was thinking about you never had a second opinion because this is a financial surgery for you. You are not doing a favor to your friend. You are thinking about the future of your family, your financials, and you need to take the top dollar, and a second opinion never hurt. When you go to the doctor and you need a surgery, you always ask for a second or third opinion to see what is the best way you can do it. So at the end of the day, if you want to continue with your friend, that's fine. But at least you have another idea.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So up next we have Iran. We'll call Zach. Zach will call Melissa, and Melissa will call me, and we might be done by then. Okay, Iran, would you like to identify your scenario?
All right, let's go with the circle prospecting.
Zach, are you ready?
I'm very new at this, but yes, I'm ready.
So yeah, you're receiving the call from, the call from Iran. All right, go.
Ring,
Hello?
ding, ding, ding. Hi, is this the owner of Disney World 123?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Aaron Israel. I'm with Keller Williams. The reason for my call is just to let you know that your neighbor at 123 Main Street just listed his home. It's a 4-bedroom house with 2.5 baths. I was wondering if you'll be aware of this.
I could be.
Okay.
What would the benefits of something like this be?
Well, usually we know that every once in a while people know others, like family members or friends that would probably like to move into the neighborhood. And I was just wondering if you know anybody that would like to move into the neighborhood.
Well, I don't currently know anyone that wants to move into the neighborhood.
I see. And how long have you been living there?
5 years.
Wow, that's a long time. What made you pick that neighborhood?
It was close to the elementary school. I have children.
I see. Okay. And would you thought about moving to a different place?
Well, yeah, I mean, they are growing out of elementary school and going to become middle schoolers, so I would like to be closer to a middle school.
Okay, so if you were to move out of the neighborhood, what would you move to? Time.
We're at time, guys.
Okay, I need as much feedback as possible.
Well, you were on the receiving end, so we're gonna give feedback to
Oh,
Aaron right
gotcha.
now. And then you'll go and
Okay.
you haven't
Sorry.
analyzed that script very well, very, very well. I
right.
recognized it, and you said it so conversationally, it didn't even sound like a script, which is the goal. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you did a good job too.
Thank you, Zach.
Did anyone else hear that? Like, that was deeply internalized. That was not the first or second or 20 or 30th time you've said that, I'm sure. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I tried to do circle prospecting in the past few days, so I've been trying to practice it. I've actually called Brad in Missouri to try and practice it with him, so it did well.
Yeah, you were definitely I mean, as soon as I presented you with the conflict, you had I don't know if I would say a solution, but a possible solution, I guess.
Okay, and let's help everyone grow because no one says it perfectly, right? Or they say it perfectly and there are other ways to say it because that's the beauty of what we're in. We can achieve the same outcome with different methods. So who else has some feedback to share?
I'll say something. I think Aaron did a really good job. He wasn't pushy, he was calm, he was explaining because when Zach said, well, what is that to me, right? He explained that. What I think he missed is when Zach said his kids were moving out of that school. I think the next question should have been, do you have a school in mind that you wanted your kids to go to? This way you would have known if he's moving out of the area or staying within, and you would have carried on the conversation that way.
Probably would have been a good idea to ask how soon he's looking to.
Yeah, so you got the motivation and then the timeline, right? So the motivation is the school, the changing of the schools, and then the timeline. Very good. Okay. Zach, would you like to call Melissa?
Oh man, this is gonna be rough, but yes.
Okay. And then Melissa will call me. We might, I think we're gonna have time for others. So be prepared, everyone. I might cold call you.
I'm just saying this is gonna be rough because but okay, let's go.
Will you tell us the scenario so Melissa can be prepared?
I don't, you gotta kind of help me out here.
Okay. Are you working with a specific conversation right now, Zach?
I'm more, my script is more of trying to see if people still would like to sell their house.
Okay. So you're like circle, are you calling around a recent property that was sold or listed?
I'm going off Rob's script and basically I'm calling saying, hi, my name is Zach. Thank you for taking my call. I work with Keller Williams. I talked to you about a year ago and
I got you. I got
yeah.
I got you,
Okay.
Zach. So these are old leads, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So remember last week we talked about the energy level and when we stand, if you're dressed for it, for standing, and smiling, those things make a difference, right?
Yeah, smile. I was that you that showed me that last time that talking with a smile actually.
The difference. It's
Yeah.
yes, that was me. Okay,
Okay.
so Melissa, you're an old lead. He's calling you.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. My name is Zach. I'm calling with Keller Williams. Thank you for taking my call. Oh, I called you about a year ago and you asked me to follow up about this time of the year to see if you would still like to sell your house in Scottsdale.
Yeah, thanks for remembering, Zach. I appreciate that. So, so here's where I'm at right now. Certainly, I do want to sell my home because my HOA fees are going to be going up. But remember when I spoke to you last, the golf course was under construction?
Yes, I do remember that.
So with that being said, the golf course is still under construction. And my concern is if we put my home on the market right now with the golf course under construction, am I going to be leaving money on the table?
Well, I mean, with the golf course under construction, once it's finished, it will bring value to your property. And I don't really know where else to go from there.
So the motivation to sell, identify the motivation to sell and identify a timeline.
Okay, so, okay. Okay, this is identify the reasons.
May I share a sentence that is like a go-to?
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa, remind me again, what was the reason for the move in the first place?
Because my
Okay.
HOA fees are going to go up once the golf course is completed.
Okay.
And I want to move to a neighborhood where the fees are less.
Okay. And then, Luis, now how would you follow that up?
Okay, well here, I'll attempt it. And I'm sure other people can help me polish it too. So I'll welcome that in a minute. Hey, Melissa, I completely understand those increased HOA fees are never welcomed, right?
No. And especially when you're retired and on a fixed income.
So ideally, when would you like to be in the new place?
Well, we're not in any hurry because we own our place free and clear. We're just thinking we can get more for our home when buyers come to the community and can see the completed golf course.
Okay, so I'm going to say timeout. I'm going to attempt to get a pain here. Okay, so I'm coming back in, and Melissa, you know, it's kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen of another, right? When you think about the finished product, but then you're paying the higher fees. So when the property is advertised after the golf course is finished, how do you think other buyers might perceive the fees?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like, would it be better to sell now? Do you think other buyers might like to, or other people might be interested in buying when the HOA fees are lower or higher?
That's a good question.
Yeah. And I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I would be talking to you from my private island. So it's kind of like a crapshoot, right? So aside from other than the HOA fees, is there any other reason you wouldn't have moved by now? I'm sorry, other than the golf course construction.
The only other concern I have is placing my home on the market, then knowing I have somewhere else to go. I don't want to be in transition with nowhere to live because this is our primary residence.
Okay, and I can appreciate that. Other than not knowing where you're going to land, is there any other reason that you wouldn't want to? Well, okay.
No, we know we want to leave this community. We're not really golfers. We don't want to pay the additional fees. We like the Lennar communities. We love our floor plan. We love our home. We just don't want to be in a golf community anymore. And we need a place to live.
So Melissa, I have some good news There. Would you be interested in hearing some good news I can share with you?
I would love some good news.
Melissa, I haven't had a homeless client yet, and I wouldn't want you and your husband to be the first.
Ew, I like that line.
And Melissa, I'd like to share with you what we've done with our other clients. Would you and your husband be available this afternoon at 5, or is tomorrow at 10 a.m. better?
Today at 5 would be perfect.
Okay, well then I've got to get off of the phone and start preparing for our appointment because that was too soon for me. Okay. Okay, help me grow, everyone. Come on.
Oh,
Come on, guys. I am not.
Could you also mention to them a sale leaseback?
Well, that I didn't want to share that with them. What I would do, Katie, is talk about a post occupancy agreement. And of course, as
Mhm.
their representative, I would aim to have that at no cost to them. But I'm not going to share that over the phone because otherwise, why would they meet with me? That's exactly why we should meet, Melissa. I can share with you what we've done for others.
Mhm.
But yeah, Katie, that was one of the weapons in my arsenal.
So if I'm ever in that scenario, I should wait to the meeting until it needs to be brought up.
So it's her, that would essentially be her objection, right? Not knowing where she's moving to. And it's advisable not to handle objections over the phone. We always strive to handle them in person. So that's why I personally defer them to the meeting.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
oh, there it goes.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna ask people. I'm not gonna beg for
Well,
people to critique me.
I want to know with the golf course being under construction, how you can turn that into a positive.
Because when it's done, she said the HOA fees are going to increase, right? And she doesn't want to be she doesn't want to have the added expense of the increased fees. And B, it's possible that other buyers might be deterred by an increased HOA fee. So is it better to sell before the fees increase or after?
That's good.
Yeah, okay, so how would you play that? Like, would you play that after the golf course is completed or before?
I would play it the way I just did, and I would say all boats rise with the tide, right? And all boats rise and fall with the tide. When you're
Oh,
selling it now, you're gonna buy something later. But her big concern that I heard was the HOA fees were going to increase, and she didn't want to incur that expense.
no, if that is her main objective for moving,
Yeah, because she said she's on a fixed income. Melissa, feel free to clarify if I
uh
misinterpreted it, but I heard you're on a fixed income, you want to limit your expenses.
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
So hey, I think we can get a maybe 2 more in. Melissa, who would you like to call, and what will your scenario be?
So for me, I would like to practice asking for a price reduction. Louise, I'll call you if you're,
Sure. Would you like me, are you going to use the 3 outcomes?
I am going to try my best. This is my first time with the 3 outcomes. Oh,
Okay.
wait a minute. Hold on. Yes.
Okay, I
Show,
can fix
no
it for you.
showing or showings and an offer.
I'm putting it in here now for you. Okay. Oops. What did I do there? Oh goodness.
Is this what you're referring to?
Yes.
Or,
And
okay.
I have some notes that I've taken that I'm happy to share.
Okay.
Let's see. That I don't have. Your home is on the market. Okay, yeah, I don't have those other notes here. But here actually, I think I do have it here. It's the summary, and then this is a little bit of an expansion on that. Okay.
And scenario is going to be, we've only had one showing since we launched 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Louise, it's Melissa here in Naples. How are you?
Hi, Melissa. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, Louise. I'm calling at our scheduled time to review our activity and feedback report since we launched 2 weeks ago. Did you receive that in your email?
I did, and I was prepared for a call. Thank you so much.
Well, do you have any questions for me?
I was hoping you were going to tell me we have some more showings lined up.
And Louise, on that note, I wish I could report that we do, but unfortunately at this time we don't.
Okay. Well, maybe we just need to find the right buyer for it.
And I'm sure the right buyer is out there. We did have a nice turnout at open house. We're getting positive feedback regarding the property itself and the view.
Mhm.
Everyone loves the western exposure and the sunset photo. If you recall, when we initially launched, we talked about 3 outcomes potentially that'll happen once we go live on the market.
Will you
Either we'll
remind me again?
Yeah. So one of 3 things will happen, and
Okay.
this isn't just my information relaying to you. This is historical data that we're speaking of. One of 3 things will happen. The property receives little action, low to no showings.
Okay.
The property has showings but no offers, or the property sells. For us, we're not getting much activity, Louise.
Okay. Put that, I'm going to ask you out of role play to rewind and ask me in a question. You've just given me 3 outcomes.
Mhm.
So ask me, what can you do to help me self-discover where we are?
So Louise, of these 3 outcomes, where do you think we are right now?
Well, I hate to say it, but it sounds like we're at outcome 1, but I'd like to be at outcome 3.
Yes. So with that being said, I've also included in my report to you the current market conditions in the neighborhood. Did you notice that our competition is priced 20,000 less than us?
No, I didn't.
And they just had a recent price reduction of $2,000 this past week. And when I saw the property reduced in price, I called the agent to see how his activity has been, since I know he's been doing open houses as well. And he said it's been very quiet there.
Okay, that was a lot of information. That was great. And if you put it in the form of a question, you would give me a reason to respond, but you really just made some statements. Would you like to
Okay.
mind and ask me in the form of a question?
I'm stumped, Louise.
Okay. Okay. Well, you gave me good information. Can anyone else think of how that could be phrased in a question? Okay, what about this? You shared with me what's happening at another home in the community.
Mhm.
Um, would you be interested in hearing what's happening at the other home? I would. Okay. They've had some open houses. And how would I phrase that in a question? So Melissa, would you be interested in hearing what's happening? Or because we study homes and prices every day, we have chatted with the other agents in the area. would it be of interest to you to hear what their activity is?
I would like to hear that, yes.
And by the way, I'm sure there's a better way for me to ask an open-ended question versus a closed question, but
That's good.
okay. So the feedback that or the input we've received from them, Melissa, is that they have low showings as well.
Mhm.
So remind me again, what's important about being in Timbuktu before October?
Mhm. So, Louise, can you remind me again what's important to you about being in by October?
The motivation and timeline. Well, Melissa, it's really important because we wanted to be reunited with our family out of state before we have a family reunion. And we obviously want to be there before the holidays start.
Okay. Excellent. And certainly it's my job to help you get there. And I want to see you get there in the time in which you and your family hope to be there by October. So with that being said, and all the information that I've shared, Louise, how do you feel you would like to position yourself in the market at this time?
Well, I feel like I'd like to be at 3. What do we need to do to get to that position, that outcome?
So Louise, I would suggest at this point in time, given the current state of the market, the outcome that's happened in the past 2 weeks, is where would you be comfortable reducing to?
Well, we shared with you what we want to clear in our pockets. We left some room, some cushion. My concern is if we come down to that bare number, that we're going to end up having to negotiate lower.
And I can appreciate that. And I would like to ask if we are still in the same position 1 month from now as where we are today, with low showings and no offers, the carrying cost for the next month, considering your payment, your insurance, the taxes, and the HOA dues, how will that cut into your overall net profit?
It's going to erode our profit. I see where you're going.
Mhm.
Can I share with you guys a quote that I heard from an agent who's in Boston today, and it was so good I wrote it down.
Mhm.
So the strategy that our team likes to use and what we recommend when we meet with clients is to price it slightly below the market so we can obviously we can attract more fish to the bait, right? And then more times than not, we end up receiving an auction effect. And when more times than not, sellers are in agreement to it, but every once in a while, a seller will say, well, I don't want to go that low because they think that they can't ever come up in price, right? So this agent said to me, what he says is, Melissa, a property will only sell if you accept the offer. So it lets them know they're in control. And just because the offer comes in doesn't mean that they have to accept it. And I've said something similar, but the way he said it was much more short and contrite. A property only sells if you accept the offer. You're in control. Melissa, I promise you will not sell this house for an amount that you are uncomfortable with because it will only sell if you accept the offer. How does that make you feel?
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're out of time. I'm a little bit happy that we're out of time because this is not my forte. I will be happy when it returns next week.
Good job. Good
You're
job.
amazing.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm going to put my number in the chat one more time, not to blow me up, but if you are interested in having 15-minute role plays with someone, 15-minute role play practices, I will be happy to organize an email so that everyone can connect and straighten that out. Okay.
Thank you, Luis.
You're welcome.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Luis.
So you'll text me your email address and I will send the email at the end of the day. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your weekend and happy Father's Day to the dads out there.
Thanks, Luis.
Bye, guys.